Hello students, today we are doing explain the use of PN junction diode as full wave rectifier. What do you mean by full wave rectifier? If we pass an AC input cycle and in the output we are getting the DC output for all half cycle, then it is called as a full wave rectifier. So let us draw the circuit diagram for full wave rectifier. This is our AC input. Here this is our AC input supply which we have in our house to 30 volt, and this is the connecting wire, and this is the transformer which I am going to use, and this transformer is called center tap transformer. So that is the difference between half wave and a full wave rectifier. Here we are going to use the center tap transformer, and this is the primary winding, and here I am keeping some vertical lines, two vertical lines I am drawing because the winding is done on the iron core, and this is the center tap transformer. That means the winding is divided into two equal parts. The middle part is grounded. Now here you will find this is our AC input cycle, and if this AC input cycle is 230 volt, it is divided into two equal parts. So whatever our output voltage is there, it is divided into two equal parts, and this will act like a zero voltage. Here we are going to connect these two diodes. This is my diode number 1 and this is my diode number 2. You will find this is the how both the diodes are connected if you want the full wave rectification. And here we are going to short both these wires over here negative. Both these negative cathodes are going to be shorted, and here we are going to take the output, and from here this is the connecting wire, this is not connected over here, and you will find that here we are going to get this output voltage, and this is our color code register which will be calling as a load, where we are going to measure the output voltage. So here you will find that this is a center type transformer. Here winding is divided into two equal parts. The center part is grounded. Whatever voltage we are going to get, this is a primary winding. Here the voltages are divided into two equal parts. And what is the use of center tap transformer? When this gets the positive half cycle, this will get the negative half cycle. That means if our diode D1 is on, the D2 will be off over here, because D1 gets the forward bias and D2 gets the reverse bias. Now let us see the working. During the first half cycle, you will find that this diode D1, it is a forward bias, and diode D2 is a reverse bias, and this is the ideal diode. Ideal diode means it will work like a switch. So you will find this will work like a closed switch, and this will work like an open switch. So during the first half cycle, this will work like a closed switch and this will work like an open switch. So here therefore the diode will allow the current to pass. So the current will flow through this diode. So you will find the current flows through this diode, and this is what I am showing over here. This is the direction of the current. In here you can see the current is flowing over here, and from here the current will pass over here, and again it will go over here. So this way our current will flow because of this diode. You can see now this is off. That means it behaves like an open circuit. So here the current is flowing over here, and this way the current will flow through the resistor and it will go to the ground. So therefore it will just act like a connecting wire, and this output voltage we will get across here. So during the first half cycle we get this output voltage because of the diode D1. Again I am telling, during first half cycle our diode D1 is on, our diode D2 is off. So as if it is cut over here. So whatever this negative voltage is there, that we will get over here. So there is no current flowing over here. So there is just current flowing through this wire, and the current is flowing over here, and here it is getting terminated over here. That is, this is the ground. So current flows over here. This will act like a connecting wire, and we will get output voltage over here. So during first half cycle, diode D1 is on. It will allow the current to pass, and we will get the output across this load because of diode D1. So here we are getting the output because of diode D1. Now let us during the second half cycle. During the second half cycle, this is the reverse bias. So you will find that this is getting negative voltage, and therefore this diode is cut off. And here you can see that this is the this diode is getting the negative voltage, and this is the 0 volt. You can see this is the 0 volt. So cathode is getting 0 volt, and the anode is getting negative voltage. That means cathode is more positive as compared to negative. So therefore D1 is off over here. And during the second half cycle, you can see that this is getting the positive voltage. So anode is getting more positive as compared to this cathode. So here anode is getting more positive as compared to this cathode, and therefore the diode D2 is on over here. In the second half cycle, the diode D2 is on. That means it will behave like a closed switch and it will allow the current to flow. So you will find the current flows over here this way, and therefore we will get the output voltage. That means this output voltage will come across this diode. So during the second half cycle, you will find the diode D2 is on and we will get the output because of the diode D2. So this way, for our half cycle, that is 1, 3 and 5, we will get the output because of this diode D1. But during this negative half cycle, that means during 2, 4, 6, we will find that the diode, we are getting the output because of the diode D2. So this way our PN junction diode will work as a full wave rectifier.